Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Space Engineers 2026 Survival. I'm your host, Quantum Tator. Quantum Tator, say hello. Guys, last time, Clang paid us a visit. A very, very healthy visit. And I wonder, and I'm sad, and he visited us. And I still don't know what happened. Clyde mentioned that there was a piston stuck, and then I fixed it, and then it still exploded anyways. And that has been the nature of the beast. It's been quite a shock, if I'm being honest. You know, you sit here and you think at life, and you're like, what on earth? Why am I vibrating so much? I don't know. Maybe you don't think that. I'm glad it was funny, Clyde. I appreciate it. He said if I had active weapons, that ship wouldn't have gotten anywhere near our base. I assure you, I've got an active weapon now. I have placed 2 assault cannons that will be on top of the hydrogen tank, 2 of the hydrogen tanks with some heavy armor, so that I have a little extra base defense. I don't know if they're welded up yet. And then let's see what else. Asked me if I was going to fix that all in creative mode. That's what he would do. No, I'm not. I'm going to suffer with you guys. You know, that's what Frank would do. There's Frank right there, floating around the back. And then Nemo and his posse. Dory over here. That guy looks like a Ted. Yeah, he's a Ted for sure. Anyway, yeah, so that happened. And I still don't know what happened. Look at those sprite ants there. This butterfly's having a seizure. I don't know what's going on in the back there. There's looks like a Herculean beetle, maybe. Some sort of desert beetle. Let's see what else. Pin, he said, he paused at the 1 hour mark just before the Madison fold. And what did you say, bud? I can't. My brain is. Before when you see why not extend one piston out, then attach the box. Oh, talking about getting them all welded together. Yeah, he was like, why not? Basically, why not do one piston attached out and do like an attachment thing where you like bridge across, and then as you bring them all down, like do like attach head or something to that effect. That is. So anyway, Pin was saying that basically extending all of them up and then adding the arms across and then bringing it back down and doing like an attached piston head type thing, and then repeating that as you go down the line instead of the way I did it with the projectors. And well, safer approach would be to float each arm with the ship, and then notes all of this was before all the chaos followed. Yeah, it was fun. Let's see. What'd you say, Chad? Real world physics would blame torsional tension from lifting the welding arms one by one at the end. The SC physics, who knows why some pistons went on union break. A similar struggle to keep up. Building the welding arms warns that there'll be more for when we build a giant ship. Yeah, I've definitely set all of my maximums to a much higher count. And then let's see, suggest adding more assemblers and raising the stockpile quantities for components, which I just said I did. Let's see what else. And then asked how the ore and ingots and stuff was. That's a great question. I should be able to. Let's go into here. I should be able to get into the base system and look at the cargo. Ores. I believe we need to do a gold run. Oh, we might also need to do. We may also need to do an iron run. I don't think I have an iron mine. I think that doesn't seem accurate. Oh, because I'm looking at ores. What about ingots? That's really the key here. Ingots, we're at 1.49k. No, we got 153. Yeah, we've got plenty of iron. We do need to probably make a gold run. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We would not be remiss in doing that. We're still doing that. Let's see what else. So how's the ore ingots as far as stockpiles go? Let's see. If I could spell the word ingots, guys, that would help probably tremendously. Ingots, we got plenty of silicon, I think. 100,000, that's not great. We probably could use some more silver. We could do a silver run and a gold run. MG, we probably need some more magnesium for all the stuff we're doing, I would say. And then are we currently, the question is, no, we have tons of magnesium right here. It's just taking forever to go through it with the refineries. What I need to do is I should just open up the other refinery to do all things. That may be what we do, just to chew through it, honestly, because we probably need this more than we need cobalt. And if I come over here and I go to refinery and I put that there, we can, it should pull magnesium first. That's what it should do. And then we'll probably want, although we are out of silicon, we don't have any in stock. We do have a ton on the base though, so that's not a big deal. We're gonna do cobalt last because we don't really need it. You know what I mean? We're not like super pressed for cobalt, so we do need the magnesium. It's supposed to say whatever's in the front is supposed to be the thing that it pulls most of. I don't know why it keeps swapping back. Usually whatever's at the very top of your ores container will be the first item pulled and refined. That doesn't appear to be the case today, although no, it is working right now. Okay, so pretty much everything before cobalt is what I'm saying. We have tons of ice. All right, so there's that. And then let's see. Your reserves, jokes, reputation scared the enemy away. Yeah, maybe that was it. Let's see. Do we have any enemies in space? We do not currently. We are currently safe. And then finally, Mr. John Ray. He has got my satellite. Oh, I didn't subscribe to it. We're gonna go. Oh, there it is. Defense Satellite Mark 1. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to that right now. And we could probably print a couple of those. And maybe that's what we do this episode. So, distress vessel, anyone? Maybe one other person. All right, so really quick, before I read John's stuff, we're going to take a quick nap. That's the plan. My spectator camera just going to sit here and watch the Tator sleep. You know, that's what you want in life. And we're going to take a quick nap. And I believe we should have, we do. We have oxygen in here once again, which is great. Do I have food on me? What do I got on my inventory for food-wise? I've got a dumpling, which is great. And then a spaghetti. Spaghetti is always good to eat. The dumpling I can eat now without going cray-cray. So we have a nice full meal before we go to bed. And yeah, so real quick, let's take a quick brief nap. And let's see what the Tator dreams about today. Just a little nap, right? Just a nap right there. And we're asleep. Oh gosh, I gotta start waking up. Nope, no, back to sleep. It's Sunday. I'm sleeping in. Okay, now we're officially awake. Whew. You know what? I've got to add some deaths, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Ah, yes. I did die. And that's some honesty right there. And some off-screen stuff, as you may have seen. I stuck around as stuff was exploding. As you'll notice, we've changed the format. And no, I didn't do it in Creative Glide. As stuff was exploding violently, I thought to myself, what? We're going to go check out that distress signal today. I thought to myself, what would be a great thing to do other than, like, as things explode around me in violence? Let's put all the parts back right there. What was I coming over here to do? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, marking my death. Uh, every time I tried to fix one of the things, because initially I was like, I'm going to fix these. I did some recording of them. I'm gonna fix them, and as I would fix one, it would break, and as I'd fix one, it would break, and I'd fix one, and it'd break, and I'd fix one, and it kept causing problems to the point that I was lagging really bad, and I'm sitting there trying to fly towards the arm structure, and my guy suddenly yeets backwards at 100 meters a second into this here cargo wall and splatters. So I did die off screen. But look what we have created. It's not finished yet, but it is working. Now, I have checked every which way to make sure that this works. We have pistons that go down from below so that it can get all the way down. We have one down piston to assist in getting closer to the deck for welding. We get into here. We have, and we can do this right here. Let's go ahead and get the visual. We've got lights on for when we need to see the whole arena. If we extend number 6, that is our down piston, which allows us, we could actually go further down. I believe I'd have it set to like, I don't remember what it's set to. Down piston, shipyard down piston. I believe the max distance was set to 7 meters, so that goes pretty far to the ground. It's a pretty safe bet that that will get as far as we need it to. And then we have our other pistons, shipyard pistons, which there's only so many, which is interesting because these pistons, as you can see, where is that piston at? Let's take a look really quick one more time. Shipyard piston. Where's this guy at? Down there, 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 and then that's all that matters. So those 4 right there. I believe I have the snub hub piston once again inside my shipyard's piston block, which is obnoxious. I keep doing that, and therefore, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so then I can do this. As you can see, we go all the way up. And if we go here, turn on our dual projector. Oh, good grief. You'll notice this has the range, which we've not even finished welding the thing up, but you'll notice it has the range necessary to cover the entire PAG XL. Isn't it beautiful? And, guys, the piece de resistance, if you will, when we are done, we rescind this guy up just like this, right? You're like, oh, this is not a good idea, Tator. Not a great idea, Tator. It's a beautifully brilliant idea. Oh, we accidentally opened that menu up right there. We do this, ready? And you're ready for and then we press this wonderful button right here. Maybe we don't. We press this, and then we press this button right here, and it just slowly lifts so that we may carry the PAG ship away to do major battle and fight crime or commit crime, depending on what we want. Isn't that simply brilliant? Guys, does it get better than this? No, I don't think it does. I think that is peak screenshot right there. That's what I think. I only have it set to go to 45%, I believe, so it's kind of where it stops. But I think this is great. It obviously is violence a lot, so we hit 9, it locks the hinge, and then it quits shaking violently a little bit. And then we just bring that thing back down. We do like that. We'll wait for it to get all the way down. Now, we never do multiple operations at once, I'll tell you that much. I've not tested it, but I do not want to find out what happens when I minimize all these pistons at once. And I'm rotating that hinge. I don't want to see the action. That sounds like it's going to be terrible. So, that's it. This is my genius at work, if you want to call it that. Do we want to? I don't know. Maybe we want to call it that. Maybe we don't. I'm not really sure. You guys, I don't want to put a label on it, but a couple of people have called me a genius. I'm just saying. At least one person. I've called myself a genius. Anyways, so yeah, that's the whole plan. If we kick on the welders really quick, you can see we're going to finish out the end of this row, just like so. And I'll keep turning them on. We do need to make that gold and silver run really quick. I'll probably grab the flying squirrel for that, just for funsies. But look at that. And then at some point, we're gonna start printing this thing. I don't know if we're gonna do that today because we had a bit of surprise. So and I've already added all of those to the things. So there you go. That is that. That is the genius that came to. Well, I don't know if it is genius, but it did come to me in a way that, you know. So keep that turned off while we're not doing things with it. Let's go ahead. Let's go over here to the squirrel and let's get in here. We're going to say the no goat connector. I need to turn this off for just a brief moment. That way the inventory of the squirrel can get squandered. Should happen fairly quickly. Get on out of here. The other thing that happened that I'm not particularly proud of is refinery. Why is the refinery not refining anything? That's odd. There's clearly stuff to refine, and it's just like, no thanks. Okay, whatever. And then connector. Go back here. FS connector. Reattach no goat so that we can have that on there. Now, what was I going to say? Ah, yeah. It's weird that that's not refining what I want it to, but we added these two guns here, which you can see are already hard at work. Just connected up. Heavy metal armor right there. I kept the lights, even though I think I forgot to. Fix them. Not fix them. So, kept the lights there. It's the only thing I didn't change, but I did add two additional guns just to, help take care of some interlopers, as it were. I do so love that this is. It's not stuck. What is happening? Dear solar controller, why are you the devil? Huh. Always aim at the sun. Yep, that's what we wanted. Solar camera 3. Check. Solar hinge 3. That should be it. Why? Is it just that it's not strong enough? I don't understand. It should be strong enough. It's not the same. I believe it's set to the same here. What is this guy set to? 800 newton meters? Yeah, this is just cantankerous. It just does not want to do the job of getting in line. I don't know why. It's only that one, too. That's the only one that's causing issues. It's special, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and get that ore run really quick. What did I say? Silver, gold? Silver, gold. Let's go ahead and plop up. We got silver and gold. Let's go to gold first. Cut those reverse engines. We're going to do our little flyboy this way. So what we're going to do today, I think, guys, do we... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. Guys, you know what those buttons are? That was not the reverse thrusters. That was me plummeting to the earth because I turned off all the thrusters. The other thing that happened while I was trying to do some of that, I definitely... Ooh, scrap Cyclops. I definitely crashed a little bit of the flying squirrel and had to repair it a few times. So that was not super great either. Just a cacophony of weird problems, honestly. And so, but what I wanted to do today, I think, if I can figure my life out really quick, because I'm having some troubles here. Pull up, pull up. All right, let's get onto here really quick. Beautiful. We've got the squirrel, get that interior there. What do we have here? Let's go ahead and get refinery. Nope, what am I doing here? Modular is what we're looking for. Good grief. Let's grab 2 cargo containers. Is that literally the fullness? That's crazy. All right, well, there's that. Let's get over to the AG. AU mine. AU. Pack supply depot. I might go into creative and delete that. We don't really need it. It's just taking a PCU. We are literally not using it. I can see if there's anything to salvage from it, but I don't really see a point in scrapping the whole thing. Maybe I should. I don't know. We won't this episode, but you let me know. Should I just scrap this guy and forget that it exists? I don't think it has anything in it. We'll take a quick stop because we're on our way. Might as well do a little flyby. The fact that I don't have reverse thrusters on oh, because the ship's omnidirectional, I never decided to make a reverse thrust pod. Oh, flare up for slowing. There we go. We've flared. Go down there. I don't know if this has anything of value in it. I mean, it would be a good restart point. Like, I guess if we got completely flogged, but you imagine how much stuff would have get destroyed for this to become our restart base. Put her down nice and soft. There we go. Perfecto. I believe this supply depot, by the way, it's not the exact, but I believe interior turret. Oh, we do have stuff. I believe this supply depot had is effectively the base that I managed to find. Huh. That I managed to find with regards to that I managed to find on in our economy series. So, it's possible that did that, but we can go ahead and grab all this crap, right? There's no reason not to. And then if nothing else, we don't have to scrap this entire facility. Like I said, there's not I don't even know how it has power, if I'm being honest. It doesn't have much left, that's for dang sure. We should go in here and turn off the antenna so that we're just beaconing. I say we scrap it entirely. There's no reason not to. Um, it's just taking up space, just taking a PCU. I wasn't going to do it here, but I don't. There's nothing in here that I'm like, oh man, I should definitely make sure that I. There's nothing in here where I'm like, oh, I definitely need to make sure that I bring all this stuff home and I grind this entire thing down. I don't think. I think the most valuable thing in here is probably this broadcast controller and the not even the basic assembly, like the battery maybe. We could scrap out the battery and bring the battery home as like a hey look, we made a battery. And then the rest we'll just delete. Maybe the ammo out of this guy is probably worthwhile. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and get that stuff down and then what we can do. Oh, there you go. Did I keep the question is, did that keep my ammo? Oh yeah, I'll use the ammo. I'll put it in the AU mine. Okay, so because we have this facility and we don't need, is there anything in this? Probably not. No, there's not. Okay, beautiful. So my thought is we cut the battery out. That's my thought. And then we have a battery. There's that. Cannot detach. Why not? Yeah, defensive block. Oh, inventory full. That's no good. Put all that crap in there. I'm not trying to keep all this stuff. I just want to detach this thing. Cannot detach other faction. Is this not? What? Pray tell? Why do I not own this? I definitely 100% own this. How on earth is this not my...
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
I don't have words right now. I definitely own this. It's been mine for like ever. Do I need to hack this too?
Inventory
Yeah,
full.
hacked. There you go. How about now, Mr. Block? Still no. Okay, what about... I don't understand. Normally, I'm pretty sure I had this. Am I losing my mind? Huh. What else do I not own on this grid? Incomplete, complete access. Okay, you know what? So be it. Really quick. Alakazula, alakablah, alakala, blah, blah. You guys saw nothing. I don't want your crap anyways. How about that? Okay, on to the gold. Where the gold at? Oh, now I'm much heavier than I was. What am I? Picked up probably another couple 100 kilos. All right, I believe I built the docking bay on this guy. Oh, I want to go fight that distress signal. I want to go do some damage. I want to fight this round. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get back to the base with all this ore. Provided no incident happens, we're going to get it offloaded. I'm going to get in the snub hub. I'm going to get in the snub nose J, and we're going to go fight something. Good old-fashioned cold-blooded fight. The other thing I did, guys, and I don't know why I keep doing that, but we can... Gentle, gentle, there we go. Beautiful. We've got this guy here. Here, let me give you some additional ammo. How are you doing for ammo, my friend? Beautiful. Shooting many things, I hope. Okay, let's get into this. Go into here. Type modular. And then we spell the word modular correctly. And then gold. Beautiful. I don't need that much gold. That's enough. I don't need any more than that, I don't think. Perfect. Can we fly? We can. Well, of course we can fly. It's about whether or not we can fly well. All right, so there's that. We've got that done. All right, let me get back to the base. Which way is the fee mine? We are just that way. South of us. If the moon had a pole, it would be south. And I will pick you up in just a few seconds. Or maybe, do we time lapse? Nah, I'll pick you up in a second. Alrighty. Oh, flare up, flare up. We are, little fast, little heavy. Not a big deal. What I was thinking about doing, because I said that I would do so, I think I might go to the stone sorter. The stone sorter in, stone sorter out, or whatever. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that to allow it to do cobalt so that it can chew through some of that cobalt crap, because we have a ton of cobalt ore. And I do not believe we're going to need the amount that I currently have. So let's get down there real quick. And we're in slow but sure. Beautiful. Now, come into here. We go to the connector. Same thing. Copy it so I don't have to retype all that. Hit that, hit enter, do that. And then let's do that sorter. Stone sorter out. I don't know what I have. Ore ingot, scrap metal, perfect. That's what can whitelist out. Stone sorter conveyor. This is what's going in. Stone, ice, and scrap are the only things that can go in. We're also going to add to that cobalt ore. Because I want it to be able to do that. And then we can go into the inventory here. We can type refinery. There we go, refinery. And then we can go into ores. And we can spell it correctly. And then this guy can just start doing that. Like so. This way we got AG. I know we're low on both of those things. So like with cobalt just churning out, that should be a little quicker. We should be able to blow through some of that stuff. That's my goal anyways. And then connector, nope. I believe we got all of the stuff out of the flying squirrel. Let's double check. All except for the ice. Beautiful. Production, nope. Let's go back to that connector. And do this right here. No goat. And then the other thing I want to do that I noticed, flying squirrel welders. There we go. That way we know where they're to. All right, perfect. Call it good. I'm walking for some reason. I'm gonna grab another potato, another sandwich. Let's go ahead and go over here. Let's get ourselves at least one more snack spaghetti. I thought so. I was having some issues with the goat sorter not recognizing that I needed to make vodka, so we noticed that it is low on that, but that's okay. Let's grab this chili, why not? And then a fruit bar, why not? We can honestly eat one of the fruit bars now or one of the chilies now. Good for you. Builds character. Got the chili on board. Nothing like a long space flight with chili on board. Should we go back over here and launch the thing? We'll go ahead and do it. We'll go ahead and we'll run the things. We don't need to plant right now. You know, we don't need to plant. We've got so much of that probably. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build probably the middle arm out for this thing. I'm going to build one middle arm out, and that should be enough. But first, before we do that, we need to check two things. What I was going to say, one of the things that I did that I scrolled on earlier, I've removed some shielding mods. So we have the one, we just have the one kind of shield now. I got rid of the deflector one. I think it was causing some issues. Where that might be a problem is you'll notice we have no shields on the dear old flying squirrel here. All right, that's not what this ship's called at all. So you can see it is missing quite a few blocks actually for some reason. That's very odd. So what we're going to do is we're definitely going to need to add shields to this. And my thought is to do this and this. Say shield. Small shield generator. We're just going to do the small ones, I think. I don't know that I want to try to do more than that. So we're going to 2 and 3. I don't know what that's going to do for us, honestly. But, what color are we on right now? Let's do this color here. Oh, I need blocks is what I probably need for this. There's that. That and that. Beautiful. Now we can see if the welder system. Let's see if those shields got fixed. They did. Beautiful. We can turn that off. And then I think we still have a shield generator in this thing, which is why the PAG is doing so well. Ooh, that was a lag spike. Aha. Scrap. Okay. We've got a shield thing. Now, in theory, I should be able to. What is the command? It is /shield show on HUD add. Beautiful. Okay. I think that may be the problem. We were just having two conflicting types, but not anymore. We should be able to get to work. Now, if I remember correctly, the shield mod may be a little overpowered, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Oh, you know what we should have done? Where could I slap an ore detector? I have an idea. We're gonna put an ore detector on here maybe, and go kind of hunting. I think that's what's gonna happen. But first, we need to go find these bad guys that are in our space. I need to pick a fight. I need a good victory. I mean, look, the Snub Hub crushed it against the last enemy. Did we lose the Snubnose Falcon? Yes. But now we are reborn anew with the Snubnose Falcon J, and look how powerful it is. I'm excited to take this thing into combat and do some work. But we got to find work, and that seems to be... aha. I have locked onto your general location, friend. Go ahead and get that pointed this direction. Where's my camera? Oh ho ho! Hello, Gabna. This is payback. That's what this is. It's payback. We still need to find uranium. I was going to do that off screen, but I've had such a kerfuffle with the printer. You know, Bamboo Lab, shout out. If you guys want to send me a printer that will print the PAG XL, sponsor me. I'll do a bit. I'll do a whole bit. This is my new Bamboo Lab resin printer. This weekend, by the way. Ooh, will this come out in time? It won't. I'm not going to stream Saturday, as you may have noticed. All right, we are getting into close. Let's go ahead and pop out. We're going to get this thing stopped. We are going to detach. My inventory is very full for some reason. I don't know why. What do we got? Oh, it's probably all the ammo. Oh, and a shitload of ice. Okay, cool. Let's see. Shield showing. We're almost at 7,000. Gang, gang. You know what they say. War is for war. I'm excited to give this guy the bad news. Ooh, what do we got? We got that Cyclops hauler. We're not going to mess that right now. We got one target, one opportunity. Hey, buddy. Remember that time you attacked me for no reason? Guess what? Karma is a biznatch. Hostile target spotted. Evading. Oh, there's no evasion now, friend. Oh, Jesus. That gun scared the snot out of me. We got 2 drones? Ooh, one of them is got rail. That's brutal. Taking a hit. Let's go. I'm not feeling my turrets online. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, this little sentry drone is irritating the snot out of me. Ooh, that hurt. That did some damage. We're a little bit on fire, a little bit on fire. We're getting some shield back. Let's get out of range. What do we got? How bad are we hit? Oh, we're not even on fire. What did we lose? Maybe a turret. Maybe a turret. Okay. Oh, did they all bug out? We're gonna go back forward and see if they all bugged out. Those scrap abandoned settlements can be a little irritating. What do we got? Let's see. Projector. Oh, there he is. Walking back on. We don't have a lot of shields back, but that's okay. We're going to get this done. We're going to lighten the ship's load, that's for sure. My turrets don't seem to be wanting to fire at this thing. That did some damage. Hey, jackass. This guy is very good at flying. Oh, I got you now, buddy. Alrighty. How are we doing? A little smoky? Not too bad. Where is the snap hub? Right over there. Get back over there. We may need to bolster the shields, but that one's successful. We didn't get any loot or anything, but I didn't want loot. I wanted to let them understand that this is my space. Tom is my friend. That's what we did. That's what we did here today, guys. We crushed the bad guys. Ooh, what did we get over there? Oh, scrap abandoned settlement. I need to go. I wonder if I can... Let's do an entity list thing really quick. Oh, this is a terrible idea to do right now, but it's okay. What if we do scrap? Abandon. Floating objects. Scrap. You can just grab all of this. Remove. Beautiful. Getting over to back to home plate. Got a couple of bull holes in the windscreen. We're doing all right. Nothing too bad. Shield's taking a sweet minute to recharge. It's definitely got the battery capacity. We just have to, I don't know. Maybe see what else we got. And I did put some parts in the snub hub, so we might actually be able to do some welding up. Are we missing thrusters? No, we're good. Perfect. For landing. Looking great. Beautiful, look at that. And I believe the connector is in front, not behind. There we go. Connecting. This does not turn off our batteries, which means we should get out of this. Okay, so I'm not sure how I feel. I think the assault cannon's doing okay, but I think the auto cannon wasn't doing squat. I think that's really mostly for pursuit people. It's not really doing a lot of great good outside of that. And the assault cannon feels like it was doing some damage in terms of I don't know. I thought I had on one of these bars. Oh, probably welders. I have 3 welders on this thing? Groups. I do not have welders in a group on this thing. Let's see. Snub welders. Beautiful. There we go. Snub hub welders. We just come over here, grab this, toggle on off. 8. Whether or not we can actually repair anything is really irrelevant. It's just more about getting the blocks back to what health can be generated. It looks like we've got some damage on one of those things. Not sure what that is. I do need to do this. I probably should do this really quick. And now that I have this thing kind of fit the way I want it to, maybe I'll do projector. I don't think blueprint. Snub, nosed, J, Malk 2. I had this problem earlier. And I named it the Mark J. And when I went to blueprint it, it was like, no, absolutely not. Yeah, the snub-nosed too. What? Oh, because you ever misspell something so many times? Yeah, I'm the smartest. That's what you want. Rename snub-nosed falcon J Mark 1. That happened. That is it. That means it's misspelled here because I'm so good at life. Oh gosh, guys. uh, you know, it's what it is. Beautiful J variant. Yes, that's fine. Oh, we are way upside down on this. Let's do this projector. We definitely need to roll it. Oh, I don't think we are upside down actually. Okay, there's yaw. That's good. That's what you want. And then probably right there, based on my picture, right there. Vertical offset up 1. Is that it? Did we get it? Looks like we got it. That's probably all you need right there. And then we can go back down. Get that locked down, back out of that. And then we can... the other thing we should do, once we get that stuff starting welding... I don't know that we have the parts for it. We don't have the parts for it at all. That's okay. No big deal. And then what we'll do is I will re-blueprint this. I'll re-blueprint the guy and get that done. Let's get landed really quick, get this thing repaired, maybe bolster the shield a little bit more. 7,000 felt like I thought we were doing good, but man, one rail shot took us. I guess that's probably what it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to just face tank everything on Earth. Like that makes sense, actually. So, but that doesn't mean we can't make it stronger. It just means it's as strong as it needs to be. So let me get back to base. I will pick you up when I get there. We'll probably get one more blueprint now that it's spelt right, and I can quit being like, "Why I want a blueprint?" I've been so mad about it. I'm not even kidding. It's been tragic how irritated I've been with that. But we're gonna get this down to the planet, and I'll see you in a second. Oh we got a problem. We're not gonna get it out of the planet. We're gonna fight this thing instead. Ho ho! Get smoked, son. Daddy Snubhub's here. Oh ho ho, friend. You picked the wrong neighborhood to be in, buddy. He railgunned me. He got a railgun shot off. It didn't nuke this. It didn't nuke the ship though. Oh, he's trying to run now. Get out of here. Okay. Oh man. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. Came out of nowhere. I believe we lost our vent controller. We did. We did. I was wondering when I docked and I noticed all my engines were coming on. It didn't. Yeah, we lost the event controller. I don't even know where that thing's nestled, but it definitely got. I guess we could take a look at it by. You know what? We're in disrepair. We do not need to go to war right now with another ship. That's just my philosophy. So let's get this thing back to Snub Hub. We'll just get this parked, get back to base for real this time. And then, yeah, I'll pick you up here in just a second. Once I get landed, you guys will hear from me in just a second. Unless another random rail cannon just comes flying out of nowhere. In which case, I guess we'll continue this little jaunt. This merry jaunt. All right, do that. Do that. Turn those engines off. It didn't turn them off. Why didn't it turn them off? Okay, I'm just going to do that. Perfect. Now let's get back to base. Alrighty, coming in for a landing. Now that I've figured out where this thing is at, center this block right in front of the connector. Gets me perfectly square on the bad boy. We are proxied on. Beautiful. I believe I have this thing. I guess I can just do this. This will repair just fine. Got 2 missing blocks, it says. Don't love that. Alright, turn those off. What missing blocks do we got? Oh, that block and that block. Why is it showing that that's missing? Who knows? Projector, let's turn you off for a second. Keep projection, yes please. Turn you off for a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now, last time on Space Z, we did that. And then what else? What was the other pieces that this thing had that potentially... I can't remember for the life of me. It was like... I think there's like a capacitor. The capacitor does... If I'm not mistaken, the capacitor does one thing, clearly. And then the other one does the other thing, clearly. How helpful, right? Right? Super, that's just the most helpful thing. 2023 rebalance. That's not the one I have. I think it's energy shields. And energy shields, the one that we're using, is just the regular energy shields. I think. This is the one we're using. So, that being said, it means that the capacitor, if I'm not mistaken, the capacitor does... let's see really quick. Please hold. Okay, sorry about that. I just want to make sure I had the right information. I believe I do. Do that right there. Beautiful. Okay. In theory, if I come in here and I will get those things welded up really quick. Believe we're good. Pull this on. Now let's lock this on. There we go. Now, what we can do really quick, we need to go into this menu and we need to do snub nose J. We're going to nuke this guy so that I can get a proper blueprint of this thing. And then I'm going to go to projector. It is currently, if I turn it on, 2 armor blocks missing. We're going to turn that off because we don't want the projector on the thing at all. And then we're going to do this right here. I think that's a beautiful view right there. We'll click that. Take the screenshot. It's beautiful. Now, theory, we should be good to go. Now, if I do the Shorn HUD shield, we're at 10,500 shield. That's not bad. We got to recharge. It's taking its sweet time, which is fine. It is fine. We don't really need to not have that done. All right. So there's that. That is the snub-nosed Falcon J. Combat tested. Went pretty well. This cannon feels less useful. Part of me is like, oh, what if we just have 2 dorsal mounted cannons instead of 1 ventral? Or what if we rotate that around and we just not have a belly gun? That wouldn't be that hard of a change, I don't think. If we just do like this right here. I don't know, what if we did that? Like just that right there could be potentially brutal. Right there, maybe? Just a extra brick in the wall. And if we come in here and we look at it, like, grind that off right there. we grind this guy right there, and we say the T junction. Do that right there, and then we do a curve junction like so, and another curve junction like so. Bob's your uncle. Come in here. I think, honestly, I know as much as I would like to have probably another one of those, this might be the move right here. It's going to block a lot of our solar, but honestly, the solar is just for looks. And this makes us more effective against small ships. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's going to be it. And then we're going to have to add that to the Gatling turret. We're going to have to say Gatling turret. Gatling turret. This is the snub J Gatling turret. We don't need the type 2. That's pointless. We come into here. We're going to 3. Turn that up. Weld it up. What do we think about that? Like, we can give it a test drive. Huh? That's my thought. Let's just give it a test run. And if it's... Nope. Careful. I'm nearly cooked myself. Yeah, give that a test run. Is it bare naked? Yeah, sure, but who cares? And if we like it, we can just... What we'll do is we'll just take this block here, because I think these are light armor. Oh, yeah, easy peasy. We just chop that right there. Chop that right there. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Like that. Look at that. And then... You know, I just do like one of these right there just to cover the holes, so he's not, so nobody's looking in his holes. You know, you don't want people looking in your hole. That's embarrassing for everybody. And then snub Gatling on off. There you go, guys. That's gonna be money. We'll have to test it out next round. Okay. I think that's gonna be it. Well, really quick. We got one more thing set up. One more thing. Let's see what this looks like. This is going to be beautiful. You guys ready for this? You're not even ready. I can tell you're not ready because you're not ready. Because if you were ready, you'd be ready, and you're not ready. So that's just the part of life of not being ready. Get that there. I'm not sure which way this thing works, so we're going to do that right there. We'll get that welded up. We'll grab a projector. Just kidding. We may not, because I'm not smart enough to grab a projector. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Sweet Christmas. I'm having a brain seizure moment. There we go. There we go. This right there. And then we can... Nope. Ooh. This is dumb. That's what that is. Ignore. Ignore that. Let's do this right here. Thank you. Get this right here. What are these blueprints called? John, what did we call this defense platform? Okay. That is... horizontal offset. Let's do forward offset. Where is the connector on this bad boy? Let's take a look really quick. Yeah, look at this thing. Gatling. What do we got up here? Probably assault or abandoned settlement. Aha! I found the connector. Okay, that's going to be interesting to print. But not impossible. So what we would do, my thoughts, okay, how to get this best printed. First of all, key projection. Let's rotate it. Now, rotate. We rotated the wrong way, I believe. What is that? Yaw? Is that what it's doing? Yaw? There we go. So now, horizontal, let's bring it up. And forward right to there. Okay, here's my thoughts. We grab this block. Get this thing welded up. Okay. And then we're going to go bop, up, bop, bop. I don't know why I'm being so cautious about that. Beautiful. Look at that. And then what we do. Alrighty. Yeah. And then up. And then wherever the ding thing is. And then what I can do, I want to weld that block like so. Weld that block. Beautiful. Grab that. Okay. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. We do switch lock. We can't yet because we got this thing to weld up. Okay. Perfect. Now we do switch lock on this bad boy here. Okay, and then we just weld the whole thing up. You guys. Defensive platforms. This is all for the Lego station. Now this is a cockamamie contraction to get a thing because it has no thrust itself. The plan is, in this moment, get it to space. There's a cargo container access right there. Love that. The plan is to get this thing to space, put it in place around Lego station, and profit. Let's go ahead and get one welded up really quick. Time lapse. Go. Okay. Well, can't get it that and oh, auto move is turned off already. John, you brilliant man. It's this is the problem. This used to be extended out because we had this system over here, which by the way, we're gonna go ahead and dump all this out. I had meant to do this because I was like thinking to myself, we're not drilling anymore right now, especially, and then with all the extra stuff we had going on, I'm pretty sure this had at least a little bit to do with why the system could not work with me the other day and why I was causing so many issues. So by getting rid of some of these things, we solve a problem right there. I think that's good, which means I can effectively bring an arm out really quick. I can go to here and I can say, I can just, I know I have, and you guys are going to be like, what are you doing, Tator? You just built the whole 3D printer over there. I did, but this is already up and running and I wanted to get one of these printed in so I could see them, so I could see it. So that's really what happened there. And that is one defensive platform by John Bray. Splint on, I believe it is that correct, bud? Let me double check. It is, yeah, I believe it is Splint on the workshop. So great work. I'm excited to get these up. I'm going to print, I think we'll go with 4 to float about. And then what we'll do is we have this docking connector here that we will utilize to hopefully connect up and transport weapons into, or we'll manually load them. I don't really care which. Whatever works, honestly. It doesn't. Neither of those things matter. And if you'll notice in the time lapse, when we grind down all of those arms and stuff, we reclaimed a bunch of resources. And then based on that, if we come over here into my pit, I set all of the values based on what we got back from that time lapse, which is what you're seeing there. So that's kind of my thought. Look at this thing. Oh, it's so good. So good. What do we have? We have a recharge station? Oh, nice. I haven't even fully looked at it, guys. I've not had a chance. Let's turn this thing off. Got it here. Up here, look at this. We got ourselves a recharge station. It does need a paint job. It's got how many cargo? It's cargo terminal 1. So it looks like the cargo terminal is going to be the only cargo access to supply all the weapons with material. Oh, look at, wait. Oh, yeah, I did this. This is me. I was like, well, look what you did. That's me. So, fantastic. I'm excited. I'm excited to get this thing, and then, like I said, we'll get it into space. We'll get it placed where we want it to be next to the thing. Come in here, and we, info, weapons, platform J. We'll get this thing put down and we'll convert it to station. It'll be static and it'll protect our dear old space station. And now with all that done, I should be able to grind this and let's hopefully not lose everything. That would be really good if I didn't. So there's going to be a better way to print this. So we're not going to stick with this specific method, but that's pretty good. That's pretty great. And we'll grind, I'm going to grind this stuff back too. There's no reason to leave this on here. I just wanted to finish one. So I'll go ahead and do that really quick. There's no reason to have all these guys on here, in my opinion. It was just for the bit. Go over here, throw that in there. And I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. We got a little combat. I showed some stuff, did some time lapsing. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. We got this thing printed. This is fantastic. Paint job ideas. I'm thinking classic orange and maybe white. Maybe the orange, white, black. What do we think? We've got Tator Farms, but this is kind of the color scheme. If you take a look at Tator here, we come over here and pose. That's sort of my shtick, this color scheme right here. So you let me know if that's what we want to try to do. Obviously, we had a bit of a pirate theme with the snub-nosed, talking with the green and red, and then of course John adding the black for all the armor that he changed. And if you guys didn't know this, everything that's black on this thing is something John added when making the snub-nosed Falcon J extra thick boy. So yeah, looks spectacular. It's weird to see how much smaller my ship was. Thinking about that. But that is going to do it for this one. Let's see. Next time on Spaceball Z, I'm going to wave to myself. That's great. We're going to come over here. We're going to sit down in the sunlight. Look at that. We're making some progress, guys. I'm excited. Next time, the plan is going to be, I'm probably going to add the arms to this thing, and then we'll start printing the PAG XL. Or the PAG ship. That's going to be the plan. We'll start printing that. I don't think, because of the way that's going to print, I don't imagine, like, it might just be a time lapse. Let me know what you guys think. Should we time lapse that entire thing getting printed up? Like, do you guys want to see that time lapse start to finish, or do you want to just like start the time lapse and then cut to something else? And then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to cart that defensive platform into space, making sure that it has proper amounts of ammunitions. I believe, if I'm thinking about it, let me come over here and we take a look. What kind of gun was this again? Assault cannons. So assault turrets, which is great because I don't currently have, you don't look like you've been finished. No, you're finished. It'll be great because I do not currently have uranium. So, we're going to I am going to figure out how to add onto this bad boy right here an ore detector, where I might put that. And then, actually, I think I'm just going to put it right there. Do I have the ore detector on my bar? I do. Let's go ahead and grab the stuff necessary for that. We're going to do that. That's terrible, right? It's not great, but it's okay. And then we'll call this the Snub Hub Ore Cam. Perfect. Snub Hub Ore Boy. And then we will make sure that the block is currently turned off so that when it gets welded up. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So next time, that's what we were going to, I'm going to see if I can find some uranium off camera. And we're going to dance. And yeah, we're going to start printing the PAG ship. That's going to be the next one. And we'll also maybe cart that guy into space next time as well. I'm not really sure if we're going to do all of that. But if it happens, you'll see it here first. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will catch you later, taters. And as always, be kind, combat test your ships, have an awesome community that makes you cool shit to print out, and stay on Ray. Bye.